New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. All right, so here we go yet again. Miss Harley decided to leave a well thought out comment about this video and the way that she specifically felt, because I guess obviously what I was saying either hit a little bit too close to home or, you know, to some women that she knows, right? So she decided to state, you know what I get tired of? Men blaming women for getting her and her son killed by a man she thought was normal, but that wasn't the case. That scary night, he decided to end not only his life, but his girlfriend and her son's life too. All I hear is blame the woman for wanting a relationship and a man in her son's life as well. If she was only thinking of herself and living up to the dumb "I don't need a man for nothing" quote, she would be talked bad about not thinking of her son's life, you know, for not having a masculine male role model in his life. She can't win for losing. Obviously, Harley feels that this is one of the many videos that I happen to do where I put people to task, right? And I tell a lot of people, and I've done the same exact thing dealing with black men, young black boys, and I've done this with the elders and black women as well. And the main thing I sit up there and tell people is to make your choices wisely. Case in point, something that I've talked about for the longest time on this platform, me growing up in a single parent household, just me and my mother. And my mom, she opted not to date because she knew that there was a potential chance and a risk that the man that she chose might be detrimental, right, to me growing up, right? Any number of things can potentially happen and take place. So she wanted to forego, right, whatever she wanted in her happiness so that she could make sure that I would at least be, you know, safe in that realm. So for you to sit up here and say that this mother would have just been judged because she didn't have a masculine role model, a male in there, no, because I've stated to a lot of black women that you have positive black male role models in your family. You might have your own father, you might have your grandfather, you might have an uncle, you might have a brother, you might have a best friend, you might have a neighbor. Black women have a variety of black men in their lives, some negative, some good. So yet again, that's another access point for her to basically have a door open so that her son could basically receive positive encouragement and reinforcement from a black male role model. And the only reason that you feel that I'm solely just blaming the woman is due to the fact that I'm literally telling black women, like, yo, you have to be careful with the men that you choose. For the longest time possible, nobody has been sitting up here really telling black women, like, yo, slow your roll. You need to choose wisely. You need to start sifting through these guys. Stop going, for these guys because of like the physical attributes that they have and they're able to make you feel good and all this other type of stuff. You need to sit up there and actually start looking deeper. And this is when I tell a lot of black women, the reason why y'all have a lot of failed relationships, the reason why some of y'all not married and all this other type of stuff is because you choose wrong all the time. This is why a lot of black women on social media and wherever else are always saying, oh, black men this, black men that, black men ain't good fathers, they don't want to be fathers, they're not good boyfriends, they're not good husbands, they don't want to be married to black women, they're not good in relationships, they can't do this, they can't do that. That's specifically because you as a black woman specifically choose these wrong black men to be with, and you never take any type of responsibility for it. All y'all do is put all of that energy is like, oh, It's that man's fault. It's that man's fault. I'm a great woman. I'm a good woman. I do everything right. I do this. I do that. Magically, you can seemingly do nothing wrong in a relationship. And the only person that's always wrong 100% of the time in all 10 relationships or whatever relationships that you've had is the black men that you've dated. That makes zero sense at all. Because realistically, if you take out the common denominator, if you take yourself out of that situation, can you then say that those black men have caused your negative relationships, or that those black men are the reason that, you know, you're jaded, you're confused, you're angry, and you're bitter, you're this? No, you can't. And the other main thing that I've listened to black women before is that there's nothing wrong with just, in a sense, keeping to yourself and just working on yourself. It's the same exact thing that I've literally told to black men. Like, yo, instead of going out here focusing on these women, what you need to sit up here and do is go get your education, go sit up there and chase money, go sit up there and better yourself physically and mentally, and then everything else is going to fall in place. Because once a woman basically sees a man body-wise taking care of himself, financially taking care of himself, he has, you know, a stable home, stable job, women are going to automatically flock to that guy. And that's just a fact. That's not even up for debate. So if obviously black men need to sit up there and work on themselves before they, in a sense, get into any type of, you know, relationship, obviously the same thing should be said for black women. But yet you're the type that only hears, oh, all you're sitting up here doing, Seiji, is attacking this mother for you know, her boyfriend, you know, taking the life of her and her son. Yes, realistically, I am also doing that as well, because the responsibility falls on the mother. Let's see, let's try this one more time. If the mother decided to stay to herself and just focus on, you know, her living situation, focused on her education, her money, and focused on raising her son, would they still be alive to this day? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Why? Because she would not have been focused on, obviously, dating the wrong type of black man. So like I said before, all I'm saying is make the proper choices, make the proper decisions, and stop going after the wrong types of black guys so that, you know, you can stop sitting up here complaining and trying to blame the reason that you have a certain preference or whatever it is because of all of the bad black men that you've dated that, note, you selectively chose to date. You selectively chose to either live with or allow them to live with you. You selectively chose to lie down with them. You selectively chose to lie down with them, form a union, and then also create a child. Which, case in point, led to the situation and the scenario which I clearly covered in this video. But like I said before, whenever a black man sits up there and puts a spotlight on something, magically people want to start scattering. Magically people are allergic to the light. Magically, I, as a black man, I don't love black women enough. I don't care about black women enough. If I did not realistically care, and I keep saying this over and over again, I wouldn't actually cover any of these stories, because these are clear-cut examples of what not to do. So therefore, if there are black women basically watching, they can actually listen and learn from somebody else's experience who went through something negative. So it's like, okay, I see what she did wrong. Let me just sit up here and step back for a minute. But like I said before, you don't think that far. You only think that because I'm a black man, I'm just out here trying to literally belittle and tear apart black women. Realistically, that's not the case. But like I said, maybe something that I said directly in that video, it touched the nerve because it hit a little bit too close to home. If it did, then that means that you need to slow down yourself. You need to sit up there and work on yourself. You need to drop all of that baggage from all of those negative relationships that you've basically had and incurred by choice because you selectively chose the wrong types of guys. And you need to sit up there and work on yourself so that you can get over all of that emotional baggage and all of that emotional jadedness and everything else that you're carrying with you, which is the main reason why you still keep coming to this platform and you keep leaving comments under specific videos. Not every single video, very specific videos. Like I said, just like you pick and choose men, you pick and choose videos that you feel that you can say something or comment to because you have some type of valid point or reason. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.